folks, it's officially week 13 of the NCAA college football season, which means it's the regular season finale. It's rivalry weekend, and after this we got the championship games, and then after that we should know who's going to be in the 14 playoffs. So let's hurry up and get through it. Alright, Thursday night we got Ole Miss taking on Mississippi State. Looks like Mississippi State's a 16-point favorite. The over-under is 62.5. I'm going to say keep the over-under below that, and while I do think the Bulldogs win, they do not cover the spread, so go with Ole Miss to cover the points, and you'll be glad you did. Alright, so we got Miami taking on Pittsburgh. Miami's a 14-point favorite. The over is 51. I'm going to say keep it below that, and yeah, I'm pretty confident Miami can win by at least 2 touchdowns, so no reason I'll even bother with that one. Baylor at TCU. TCU's a 24.5-point favorite. The over is 51. This is not the Baylor team of yore, but I still think 24.5 points is a little bit too high. I think the over-under traditionally has always been pretty high in these kind of games, so I think it's going to be over 51. And while I do think the Horned Frogs win, I don't think they win by 25 points. They win by like 14, 17, something like that, but not a full 25. So again, TCU wins outright, but do go with Baylor on the point spread. South Florida at Central Florida for the AAC, South Division title, whatever they call it down there. Alright, so UCF is an 11-point favorite. The over is 63.5. I'm going to say keep it above that because the two teams can score a lot of points. And I'm going to go with Central Florida to win, but not by 11 points. I think they win by like 3 points or 6 points. So again, go with South Florida to cover the point spread, even though I do think in the day Central Florida will win. So a lot of kind of upsets we're seeing going on here. Well, not really upsets because the team I'm picking don't win. I'm just saying they cover the point spread. Georgia at Georgia Tech, over-under is 52. It's going to be below that. UJ is an 11-point favorite. Georgia Tech's 5-5. Here's what you know about Georgia Tech. They have no passing game. They just run all day long, and UJ is better than that. So can UJ win by 11 points? Yeah, they can do that. So don't even bother putting money down on this one. UJ is going to win by like 20 points. East Carolina at Memphis. Memphis, a 28-point favorite. The over-under is 79. I'm going to say keep it below that. And I think Memphis wins, but again, they do not win by the full 28 points. They win by like 18 or 20, 21 tops. So again, Memphis wins outright, but take the point spread for East Carolina. Ohio State at Michigan, not much of a rivalry these days. The over-under is 50.5. I think it'll be below that. Ohio State's covering here by 11.5 points, which I think is pretty doable. I think Ohio State can win by like 14, 15, 18 points. So just go with Ohio State on the spread there. Nothing to get too risky about. Kansas at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's a 40.5-point favorite. The over-under is 70. Kansas, they're 1-10. But I don't know, that point spread's way too high. I might say keep it under 70. And Oklahoma State's going to win. They're going to win by a whole bunch. Can they win by 41 points? I think they win by like 30, 33, something like that. So we're just going to sound. Take the point spread for Kansas. I know it sounds crazy, but just the way the cookies crumble. Alabama at Auburn. I'm going to do it's going to be my upset of the week. I'm going to pull the trigger on it. It's at Jordan-Hare. Alabama has had some close calls all year round. Auburn's really running with a hot hand. So I'm going to go with Auburn to upset Alabama and win the SEC West. The over is 47.5. I think it's going to be below that. And I think Auburn wins outright. So take the point spread for them no matter what, and you will be glad you did. Remember, I said it first. Boise State at Fresno State. Now this is an interesting one because both these teams have already qualified for the Mountain West Championship game 2 weeks from now. So they're playing a completely meaningless game here, and they're going to play each other for the championship 2 weeks from now. So nobody gives a damn about winning this game. I can tell you that right now. Regardless, Boise State is a 7.5-point favorite. The over is 48.5. I'm going to say go above that because these teams can rack up a lot of points. And I'm going to go with Fresno State to win by like 10 points. I think Boise State's going to be taking the week off, not really caring, and there's another championship games coming up, so go with Fresno State to win outright. Take the point spread, you'll be happy. Even though I do think Boise State will win the championship game when it matters. That's just me. Alright, Penn State at Maryland. Over is 56.5. I'm going to say keep it above that, actually. And Penn State's a 21.5-point favorite. I think they're going to be really miffed about not making the Big Ten championship, and they're going to just take it out on Maryland, probably score like 30 or 40 points. So go with the line on that one. No reason to get greedy. Wisconsin at Minnesota is going to be my lock of the week. Wisconsin's going to absolutely drub these Golden Gopher people. The number is 43. I think it's going to be above that, and I think Wisconsin's going to win, yeah, by at least like 20, 24 points. So go with Wisconsin on the line there. North Carolina at North Carolina State. Not sure what we're covering this game because none of these teams are in the top 25 anymore. Regardless, North Carolina State is 16.5 point favorite. The number is 56. I'm going to say keep it below that. And I think North Carolina State wins by like 18 points, so they do in fact cover the spread. West Virginia at Oklahoma. Oklahoma, of course, Baker Mayfield will not be starting the game because he grabs his balls during the games. And not the ball is supposed to be grabbing, if you catch my drift. Over-under is 22.5 for Oklahoma. The over-under is 68.5. I think it's going to be above that. Will Oklahoma beat West Virginia by 23 points? I'm going to say they do. I think they win by like 24 or 30 points. So again, no reason to get too greedy on the line there. Oklahoma should just win outright. Northwestern taking on Illinois. Northwestern 16.5 point favorite. Over is 45.5. I'm going to say keep it below that. And yeah, I think Northwestern win by like 18 points. So no reason to monkey with the line there. Michigan State at Rutgers. Michigan State's a 13.5 point favorite. The over is 39.5. I'm going to say keep it above that. And Michigan State should win by like 20 or 30 points, so don't even bother with that one. They're going to cover the spread easy. Texas A&M taking on LSU. LSU's 10.5 point favorite. The over is 50. I'm going to say keep it above that. LSU should win by like 20 points on this one. So again, just follow the spread here. No reason to get greedy. Pick LSU to win outright. Clemson at South Carolina. Clemson's a 14 point favorite. The over is 46.5. Clemson's got a lot to prove. They're going to go there and win by like, 18, 19, 20, 21 points. So I think they cover the spread quite easily there. And not lastly, we still got a couple more games left. Oh, 2 left. Never mind. We don't need that. Get out of there, virus protection. See, I'm going to have to edit that out. So, yeah, going from Clemson to South Carolina to final 2 games of the regular season, I suppose. Notre Dame taking on Stanford. We actually has some pretty big significance here. Whoever wins, if Stanford wins, they're in the Pac-12 championship. If Notre Dame wins, then Washington might be able to get in, I think. I don't know how the math shakes out, but there's some weird formula going on here. So anyway, Notre Dame going to Stanford. They have nothing to fight for. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to be playing in like the Velveeta Cheese Bowl or something like that. So they're going to be kind of demoralized. Stanford fighting for chance to play for the conference championship, maybe even the Rose Bowl. So the over is 57. I'm going to say keep it below that. I think Notre Dame's going to have no confidence, no real reason to play for this one. And Stanford wins by like a touchdown, 10 points, maybe 2 touchdowns. So Stanford should win this one, take the point spread. And lastly, we got Washington State taking on Washington. Washington's a 9-point favorite. The over is 48.5. That's I'm going to say keep it under that. I'm going to say Washington wins by exactly 10 points, so they barely cover the spread, but enough to get there. All right, those are my rivalry weekend picks. As always, we have that little disclaimer at the bottom, which is we don't condone illegally sports gambling. We all believe you should take your money and put in the stock market where there are less safeguards, and you can ruin your entire financial predicament and family fortune a whole lot faster. That's the American way. All right. Enjoy the weekend. I'll be seeing you in just a few.